So she was like, okay, after I asked her, like, because she fixed it when she was finished doing whatever section, because she fixed the part, she was like, okay, I'll be right back. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was like an abrupt, I'll be right back. And I was like, oh shit, like, what's going on? Like, did I miss something when I was in the bathroom? Like, what's happening? So she came back and she was like, so I'm gonna get my friend who's upstairs, who's a really what's the word, experienced loctician, to finish your hair for you. At this point I had paid this girl a deposit, I want to say, or had I paid her a deposit? I don't want to lie. I don't think I had paid her a deposit because, like, we had done a consultation literally the day before, so I was paying her all at once, I think, or maybe I had, I don't even remember. But anyway, I'm taking a bet. I'm like, wait a minute. So I was like, huh? So she came back and she was like, so I'm gonna get my friend who's upstairs, who's a really what's the word, experienced loctician, to finish your hair for you. At this point I had paid this girl a deposit, I want to say, or had I paid her a deposit? I don't want to lie. I don't think I had paid her a deposit because, like, we had done a consultation literally the day before, so I was paying her all at once, I think, or maybe I had, I don't even remember. But anyway, I'm taking a bet. I'm like, wait a minute. So I was like, huh? Like, you mean like you're just gonna stop doing my hair in the middle of it and like now she's gonna finish it? And then I was like wow, like, what do you mean? And she was just like, because she's better and like she'll be able to get everything how you want it and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, well, this is fucking weird.
I'm in the ghetto.
So we walk upstairs, I sit down. The girl who she was talking about looked familiar, but I never had met her in person. I was like, dang, she looked familiar, but whatever. So she sits down, she's doing hair also, and like, this is random. I have been in the shop, I want to say, for at that point 4 or 5 hours, and I had like maybe like 10 locks in my head. So that should also tell you a lot about how the experience was going. So you know, I'm just like, okay, well, you can't like be like, well, no, I want you to finish. I guess I could have been like, no, I want you to finish my hair, like I'm paying you, like, what you talking about? But it was just, it caught me off guard so much, and I never had nothing like that happen. So like, I was kind of in shock that it was happening, and I was just trying to like go along to get along, and maybe I shouldn't have because I was paying. But anyway, I was like, okay, cool. So I sat down, I was waiting for the girl. I won't say her name because I'm not here to bash these locticians. I'm just here to tell you why I still don't have locks and talk to you about the whole experience. So she was mad cool. She was like, she sat me down, she gave me her card, and she had an accent, and I used to be in New Orleans all the time, so I figured she was from New Orleans, which she was. And she was mad cool. Like, if you've been to New Orleans, you know people in New Orleans got good ass energy. Like, it's the community, it's the environment, it's the culture for me. So she mad cool, off jump, down to earth, and she just like, yeah girl, like my colleague told me that she wanted me to finish her hair, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, do you know why? Because I thought things were going pretty well. I just asked her to fix a part, and then she was like, boom, yeah, my friend upstairs is gonna finish because she more experienced. And she was just like, well, sometimes certain stylists might not know how to deal with a peculiar client or with certain requests. And I'm like, certain requests to fix a fucking part? That's not straight.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But okay, sis, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. Ooh, like, can you finish my hair today? I've been here all day and I still don't have no locks in my hair. Like, I have this many locks in my hair and I've been here all day. Can you do my hair today? I was like, I know this kind of random to add me to your schedule, like the day of, in the middle of you doing somebody else's hair. So like, will this even work out? I had an event to go to at the time, and I was just like really disappointed. And so she was like, I'm so sorry, I won't be able to do your hair today. Also, I have different pricing than old girl downstairs, so let me give you my pricing and we can see where we'll go from there. So when I got my lock started, I'm gonna say I paid maybe $2 something with the former loctician that I spoke about, the guy. I think I paid like $2 something for him to do my hair. So she was like, she charged like I want to say like $425, $475 to start locks, and then after that she charged $325 for every retwist. So while I might make a whole lot of money, I ain't trying to spend all that on some hair. Like, I know that sounds wild, but like, I used to do my own hair before I was even locked. I used to just flat iron my own hair 24/7. That's why I had heat damage, but it was manageable and it was flowy and it was doing what it needed to do. But I was tired of doing that, which is why I locked my hair, and because I always wanted locks, and I finally found somebody who was willing to lock it, which was the other guy. So anyway, I'm taken aback by her pricing. So I'm just like, dang, 400 something for to start my locks, and then 3 something every time I come for a retwist. And I asked how often for retwist, and she was like, the first few, I think she said 4 to 6 weeks. And I was just like, dang, like, I'm gonna be investing. That's my hair, so obviously I'm willing to pay if you go by to offer a bomb ass service. Like, I was just like, well girl, I've been trying to restart my locks. I really wanted to for months now, so it's okay. I'm gonna just go with it. Like, I'm gonna pay, can I pay 3 something instead of 4 something? No, because I just felt like 4 was like astronomically a lot to start some locks. So as I was saying before, she had sat me down, gave me her card, pulled up her Instagram. When I went to her Instagram, I realized why she looked familiar to me is because she used to live in Atlanta, and one time I was gonna go visit my brother who lives in Georgia, and I was gonna get my locks started 2 years ago. Before I started my other set, I was like looking in Georgia for somebody to start my locks, and I had seen her Instagram, and like, when I say her parts be crispy,
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
like the parts, no matter what parting system you got, it be crispy. It be giving everything it's supposed to give and then some. But something I have to realize is that, like, just because people retwist hair, it doesn't mean that they like can start locks the same way. Like, half of the time, usually when you go into a loctician, you could have got your locks started when you was 5, or like anybody could have started your locks. Like, it didn't necessarily mean that like the person that retwisted them started them and did those parts. But anyway, that's beside the point, because she did a set of starter locks for me in September. I had it in my phone. Anyway, she did a set of starter locks for me because she was the girl upstairs. The girl downstairs kicked me to the curb. I was like, whatever. So I went the next day. She started my locks. I loved them. They were comb coils, and I thought they were giving what they were supposed to give. Everything was good. Shout out to Roland Ray, because I swear he the one who started that saying, and everybody be saying it now and not giving credit where credit is due. I think it was Roland Ray. If it wasn't, comment down below and be like, a wrong person. But anyway, damn, I lost my train of thought. So she started my locks. I love them, but she started them with a spray leave-in conditioner and some natural honey out of a like glass jar of honey that you could probably get from like Whole Foods.
Buzz buzz! Buzz buzz! I'm a fucking bee, motherfucker! I'ma sting you, buzz buzz!
Now, I was sitting in the chair and I was a little skeptical, because it's like, yo, like, I ain't never put no honey in my hair before, but it's natural. You know, we like natural products. I was like, this might not go well, because also my hair is super soft, like I mentioned before, and like, I don't put a lot of heavy anything on my hair because it'll like weigh it down. Whether it's in its loose, natural form, like puffy or curly or whatever, I don't put a lot of product on my hair because I just never needed to. So she starts them, and like the day of, like the coils are like feeling flowy, like they're actually flowing. I remember I went to see my friend Simone, and I was like walking up the sidewalk to her place, and like my hair was flowing back, like I could feel it, and she was like, okay, hair flowing in the wind or something like that. And I was like, yeah girl, like I finally got my locks started. So as I mentioned before, I have heat damage in the front of my hair, so some of the coils at the root of my hair though, like I have enough new growth in hair that like it was still a coil at the root, but then like the tips was like straight, like it was like straight. So before I left the shop, I asked for a style, and she was like, she didn't style starter locks, which isn't unusual. Like, a lot of people do not style starter locks, but my former loctician of the locks of 2 years, he started my locks and immediately put a style in them shits, and they did what they were supposed to do regardless. And people always say, like, I don't put a style in starter locks because your locks just need to be down. They just need to do whatever they're gonna do, and blah, 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 blah. And I get that, but it's just like, well, I already had a set of locks, and I got a style, like, I'm gonna say every other time, if not every time, when I first started them for the first few months. And it was fine, and they stayed in place. And need I remind you, I had way worse heat damage. Like, when I say I have heat damage, this time is literally in one section, in that one section in the back, and that's it. Like, everything else, my hair will curl up just fine. We'll get to that. So anyway, she was like, she wasn't putting a style in my hair, and she was like, it should hold because she put the honey in, and the honey is a strong hold, and that's why she was using the honey, is what she said. She was like, the only thing I'm worried about is if your hair gonna flatten out or not because of the honey. Before I left the shop, she said that, and I was like, okay. But I wasn't really thinking about it. Like, so by day 2, this is how my locks look. So I hit her up, I text her, and I'm like, hey, like, my locks are like flattening out, like, because of the honey. My scalp felt irritated and like itchy, and like, I'm like, oh my god, like, this isn't good. Like, it's probably that fucking honey, excuse my language. So what happened after that? She didn't text back for like over 24 hours, and I think I had hit her up like on a Tuesday, and she had done my hair on a Sunday. So I was like, okay, well, you know, it's random, maybe she at work. She had also mentioned that she was in school when she was doing my hair, so I was like, oh, she probably in class. Oh, excuse me, she'll hit me back when she got time. So I want to say 2-3 days passed, she hit me back, and I was just like, dang, what am I gonna have to do? Like, my hair wasn't feeling good. It was like flat, like all the coils was flat, and I could not unflatten them. Like, and plus the parts that had heat damage, even, they was like super flat. So I'm just like, yeah, this ain't gonna go well. Like, you know, my locks aren't gonna develop with them being flat like this. Like, this is not good. So I was like, let me try to spray some water on them in order to like maybe massage them back into like a coil. And so I did that, and it worked a little bit. And the next day I woke up though, she had finally hit me back, and she was just like, hey, can you send me pictures of your hair or something? And I was like, oh, well, I put water on it, but here's like an example. And she was like, oh, I love that you like try to figure out a solution until I hit you back instead of like just waiting, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to waste your time or mine. Like, super understanding. Like, I just wanted to be right. I don't want like my hair to be like messed up. So whatever. The next day I wake up, it's crunchy, like, because I sprayed the water on it. And then she had told me when I talked to her at that time that like, oh, that was a good option, like just spray water on it, whatever. After spraying the water on it, 2 days later, my locks started to come out completely. Like, they just started coming out, and particularly in the places where it was heat damage, but all of them, they was just like unraveling, like, and it was like crunchy and like kind of sticky. It was just a lot going on. So I had called her and tried to tell her, left her a voice message. She was in class. She called me back eventually, and I was like, hey girl, like, my locks coming out, like, what can I do? Can I come in the shop for you to fix them? At this point, it's only been like 3-4 days, like maybe 5, like, since you just did my hair. Don't play with me. So she's like, oh no, I'm going out of town this weekend, but you could definitely come in next week, like, don't worry. She was just like, take a bobby pin, wrap it around, leave it in there for a bit, pull it out, you know, it'll be a curl. Try a perm rod, flexi rod, something, just make it into a curl with like something like that. And I was like, okay, bet. So I had done flexi rods, perm rods on my hair in the past, so I knew how to use them. So I had some perm rods, and I was like putting the lock on it or the coil on it and like making it to a curl. But like, because it still had that product on it, it was just like my hair wasn't responding right. It wasn't working. It was just, the curl would be in there, but then it wouldn't be, and my hair just felt like it was in dire need of care. So the weekend passed. She gets back the next week, and I'm like, hey, like, what's a good day for me to come in the shop? I know you say you want to mind if I come in, so you can like look at my hair and like fix whatever parts aren't, you know, fix the coils because they flat and they crunchy, and I need help. And I just paid you almost $400. Like, help
me, nigga, help me.
She was basically like, she got kind of smart with me, and she was basically like, I don't know why you thought that your heat damaged hair will hold any type of memory or curl anyway. If you want me to fix it, you can do you can set up your lock maintenance appointment sooner. And I was like blown away. Like when I say blown away, I was blown away.
I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life.
I was like, what? Like, huh? Like, I was like, I did the things that you said do, but like it's not working. And I was like, at this point, the parts in the front are not even parted that well anymore because they came out.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I tried to put them back, but I'm not a loctician. And she was like, well, I would think since you formerly had locks, you would know how to handle it and take care of it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I formerly had locks, but when I got them done, I had a style. So I wasn't having to do anything. They weren't unraveling because I had them in a style, which is why I asked for a style, but you told me I couldn't have a style. And so she just like kind of going in, and like the old me would have been like, bitch, who are you talking to? Like, I just paid you $400 or almost $400, and you like coming out the side of your neck. It's been like 5 days tops, if that. And you told me I could come in last week. Now you trying to play and run and shit.
Do you want to fight? 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 Do you want to fight?
But I'm not that person anymore. So I was just like, okay, but I understand. It's fine. It's cool. I'm not going to beg nobody to do my hair. I'm not going to keep giving you business and you're playing. And the fact that you're trying to make me book a lock maintenance appointment the same week you just did my hair, or the week after you just did my hair, it's a no for me, because at this point you're scamming.
So, fuck you, honestly, and go to hell.
At this point, from day one, I felt like she was scamming, because when she was in Atlanta, her prices were not that high. And I feel like people move to LA and assume everybody rich because this is where rich people live. And everybody not rich. And even if you are rich, maybe you don't want to pay that much for your hair if it's unnecessary, like whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll just find somebody else to do my hair, like to do lock maintenance, and they can just repart it back for me. So I want to say, how long did okay, I partially work in person now, so I was like going to work every day, and like my hair was looking crazy because like this whole patch of my hair was like out. It was no coil in sight. Then I had coils everywhere else, but then the back was like crunchy. It was really looking a mess, and I really care about how I present myself in public, and I just care about my hair being like healthy and everything else. So I'm just like, this isn't good. I look crazy.